I do personal development coaching. I coach people with business, health, and mindset, and we'll jump into some mindset soon. But a lot of the times your worst enemy is not external. So your worst enemy is your inner me. And that's because you're too close to yourself. You're too close to your goals. You're too close to your life. You're too close to your habits. We can go on and on about how close you are to yourself. Okay. How important is it for business owners or to get external business advice? To someone that comes in, they can basically get everything off their chest, look at what they're doing. How important is it for them to get a business coach or get a business mentor and business advice as well at all stages of business growth as well?
I always go back to this analogy of having these 3 layers, which you and I very much agree on. One layer is your friendship group, right? And your family, which you're always going to have around and you will always be able to go back to. Then you have the middle layer, which is essentially the circle of like-minded people that pretty much on your level have done the things you've done. You can talk the same language, understand, where you're going and what you're doing. And then you've got the people that have done what you want to achieve, right? And you look up to as mentors as such, right? Super important if you stay in the 2 bottom layers, for example, right? Then you never can get ahead, right? If you're staying just at the top circle, then you still have an issue because you're not, number one, keeping other people happy. And number 2 is you're not able to then focus and narrow down on what you're currently doing, right? So I think it's super important to have people that you look up to then who have experienced stuff that you haven't experienced to be able to get guidance on, because I'd rather get guidance on something that I know for a fact is going to save me years of heartache that I don't have to experience necessarily. And also it's going to save me a lot of money based on the mistakes and expertise that they've made. So as our business, for example, specifically, we've got a very strong advisory. We've got the likes of XXX, L'Oreal and Aesop, etc. People who have got market expertise. And then you've got people who have had like really strong business expertise. That's as a company lens. Then on a personal level, from a personal development perspective, it's important to then go, all right, well, I want to put my health first, for example. Who do I need to go to ensure that I do it in the most efficient way possible? So then you go to people who have researched this space for 20 years, right? Who have subject matter expertise to then go for it, right? You know this better than anyone. And then same thing with business. It's just the way it goes. Like you really need to not rely necessarily, but spend more time with people that have done the things you need to do, because then you learn, and it's the best way to learn, right? You and I both know this more so than anyone before. Like we network like crazy, and I've got 3 degrees, university degrees, and I can tell you now that I've learned more in the past 24 months than I've learned in my life. So yeah, I think practicality and doing things and becoming uncomfortable is super important.
Yeah, I just want to add on that analogy of the 3 layers. So my analogy of that 3 layers is there's your friends and family who you're going to walk with, and you can walk with anyone. And then there's that circle of people that you want to drive with. Okay, so you got walk in, drive, and then there's only a certain people which you want to fly with. So you've got walking, driving, flying. We all walk with our friends and family and anyone. There's only a certain amount of people we want to drive in a car with that understand us. So they're your close circle of people that you can open up to, see your close circle of friends and business partners as well. But then there's those people that are in the sky, in the clouds and dirt, and you want to fly. So that's my analogy of the 3 layers. You can't spend all the time in the air with these people because you got to come down to earth. You got to come down to ground. So you got to be grounded. So your friends and family ground you. The people in the sky, the people you walk up to, you see a private jet or a plane in the sky walk up, that's who you want to be, but you also want to drive there as well. So they're your 3 different vehicles, and you just got to, keep grounded, keep your mind in the sky, but also go fast on the ground in a car with the people that you want to work with as well. So that's just my little analogy through there.